Hello. Today the topic is going to be, on a musical instrument. Like I said before in a previous video, I'm very fond of um, of exotic instruments. And when I say exotic, it's not those instruments that are created by uh, by people that are very inventive. Like they make instruments out of PVC, like tubes, one of those tubes that you use for regular, um, you know, plumbing work, etc. I'm talking about instruments that are kind of cheap, easy to find, and in my opinion, easy to play. I'm not a professional musician. I'm amateur. I wouldn't say so even. I'm an enthusiast, and I like to play instruments that are, in my opinion, easy. They're not. They're not required like long studies. Like sitting down for 4 or 5 hours to practice. Not that there's anything wrong with it. That's pretty good, but I don't have the time to do that or the age. Um, so that's it. I wanted to introduce you to the Jew Harp. Jew is confused with the religion or the ethnic group or whatever, like the Jewish. None of that. Jew comes from the Norse language, which is the Vikings, and it was known as a jaw harp because basically that's what you hold the harp with. A combination. It's going to be in your mouth with your teeth, etc. Breathing and all of that. But that was the best explanation that they have at the time. Um, I have I have four here. There's more of them, but I don't have them. um, this one is called the sword because the shape of the harp is like a sword. You would probably hold from here and start, fighting or whatever, playing sword. And I'm gonna go by parts. I have whole hand here. It's gonna be assisting me today. So this portion here is called the frame. Some other people call it the body of the harp. And then you have this part here is part of the frame, but this is the area in which you are going to be holding it. I mean, you're going to put your hands here, your fingers, and then you're going to hold it here on this part, the upper part. And then you have this part here, which is the one that's going to make the sound. This is called the trigger. And this part, the one that just has to be tense and moving around. You take another one, big one. This one here, this portion, use smaller finger. This portion right here is the reed, and that's basically the part that makes the sound of the harp per se. Um, and then you hold it like around here, and then you're gonna hold it against the trigger. There's no way for you to play it like this, like that. Now, the characteristics of the harp. They're made of different materials and different compositions, different finish, etc. For example, this one you can see that is made of stainless steel, which is very shiny, non-porous. And then you have this one, for example, is very pretty. The name is the Sahara, or the Sahara, whatever you want to pronounce it, the desert. And then you see you have this guy here, which is a one of those nomads, I would say. And then you have here like little trees, palm trees, etc. And then we have another one for today, which is this one. This particular module is called compass, because apparently it's like the needle of a compass moving around. And this one is also stainless steel. You can see how shiny it is. Okay, now here are the characteristics. I'm not going to play any sound today. I want to go over the thing. Again, no need to stretch, because there's a whole bunch of people that want to change the name and don't call it Jew Harp or don't call it Joe Harp or whatever, because it goes in detriment of the religion, or is making fun of the religion or whatever when they didn't play this. Well, no, they didn't. But it's had nothing to do with. I mean, we need to stop being that sensitive about things here in the United States. It had nothing to do with that. It's just a pronunciation from the Norge language, from the Vikings in Norway, etc. Not in all that area, and that's how they call this. I mean, it comes from there. Probably they give him different name, the wife or whatever. As you can see, the triggers come in different sizes, disregarding the size of the harp per se. For example, these two harps are around the same size, but then the trigger of this one is shorter than this other one. This one's longer, right? And this one is moved. Let me show you. You see, it's moved to the inside. It's kind of like directed like this. Go look. Right? The Sahara one is not, but it's shorter. You see? There you go. Now let me compare that with the compass. Goes without saying. Let me show you. There you go. It's a pretty long one. And now we have here the sword. Let me see if I can hold them. There you go. You see? Way longer. And then we have this other one, which is kind of around the compass. You see it here? Okay, here's better. It's around the same size. This is stronger because it's got like a long area, and then it's got to be supported. Like have to be like more consistent and resistant to the playing with it. Now this harps, this of the makers of the manufacturers, not the manufacturers because some companies manufacture the things, but the creators, the designers of this, they're called masters. I think it's the same. The same goes for violins and whatever instrument that you can think of. Whoever creates, designs, and make it perfect. Is a perfectionist, or is it also a guy that improves the whole thing? Is called master. In other words, not necessarily the one that makes them, because they can be mass produced, right? But it could be. So he's the main guy or girl or whatever that makes the instrument. So there you have it. They make the models, the designs, and then they name it. I'm not saying that this is the compass because I think it looks like a compass. That's the module. If you go in Google and look for the Jew Harp, Jew with the E, this J as in Jews, E as in Edward, W as in Washington, Jew Harp or Jew Harp, which is like the Jew Harp. Then you're gonna find. You look for the compass, you're gonna find this one. You look for the arrow, you're going to find this one. You look for the Sahara or the Sahara, you're going to find this one. You search for it. And if you look for some name that I don't remember, you're going to find this one. This is my favorite because it's big. This is from Ukraine. I'm kind of a fast player, so I like a very rigid and a very like hard, I'd say, resistant, not hard, but resistant type of trigger and the reed. And the reed for this one's very responsive, in my opinion, right? And by responsive I mean when you hit this, it goes back and forth and gives the vibration that it's supposed to. Now, questions on this that I had, and again, I'm not a professional. I don't make them. I use them. I like them, and I know a little bit of them about them. Is it going to damage your teeth? No, it won't, because you're not supposed to hit it against your teeth. Your teeth is going to be like the medium in which you're going to put the harp, and then you're going to create with your mouth, like a cave in which the sound is going to resonate. For example, this one's pretty big. You take a look. This is pretty much my hand, and take a look at the harp per se. I think it's almost same length or almost there. Compare the other one that follows in size is the sword. Take a look. Now that said, you put it like around here. Yes, touching your teeth, and then you'll play. I'm a fast player. I prefer to go fast. So that's why I prefer this one. Sturdy. It's not stainless steel, etc. So it's not gonna damage your teeth. If you play it properly. If you feel that that's gonna damage your teeth, then pick another instrument because that's how you play it. And then you go with the breathing. You go, by opening your mouth, doing stuff with your tongue, moving it. Like for example, like in the cavity of your mouth, you go a little bit in and out. Don't touch the harp. It's not good. It's not safe because it's gonna get pinched. And that hurts. In that reed, in the reed over here, you see that there's a gap in between them. Okay. So, what's the importance of this? Now, when it comes to physics, and that's my area of expertise, my major. Of course, the sound is going to vary depending on the reed material, length, etc. It will depend on this because it's like if you have a string, right? Say that you have this is a string, and then you pull it, like like in a guitar, or push it, whatever. Then the sound, if it's not very tense, then it's going to make certain sound, and if it is very tense, it's going to give you a different sound. So it's got an optimum tension in order for it to respond, and to go the ability to go up and down, and then that's going to create the sound. So everything counts. For example, like right here, this is the sword. You see that the frame is closed, right? So that's going to give you cannot be a very fast player with this. You need to go slow because this is not for a beginner. This is for a more advanced kind of player. Not necessarily a musician. You have to be a professional, but you have to be, like already, I would say intermediate. I don't want to make the video that long because you guys are not gonna watch it. They go in cases that are supposed to protect. Not supposed to. You are supposed to protect the reed and the trigger per se. So, but that's another video. I just want to make an introduction. All right. Keep an eye out. We'll post more videos in this particular instrument. You have a nice day.